Yeah, okay, here we are. Hello, good morning everybody, good morning Mario, Gianfranco and Bill
Good
and
morning.
Francisco here on the panel.
Okay. Very well. Good morning to everybody. Hopefully you recovered the last night dinner and we are ready to get started the day. Okay, let me introduce our team here. Yeah. Our guest operator today is Dr. Tin here and Fabio. Miriam, say hello, Miriam. And our nurses over there, can you say hello? Giovanna and Lina, and Chiara is the anesthesiologist, and Carmelo Arcidiacono is performing the transesophageal echo. So that's a VSD case, and I will ask Carmelo to make the presentation. Please, Carmelo, go ahead.
Yes, so we have a 9-year-old boy weighing 34 kilos with a history of a cardiac murmur detected in childhood and a diagnosis of perimembranous VSD done by echocardiography with left ventricular volume overload. He has normal growth and development and is currently on no medication. The physical examination shows typical findings with pansystolic murmur, normal peripheral pulses. The ECG shows some signs of left ventricular hypertrophy. The chest X-ray shows moderate heart dilatation with slightly increased pulmonary vascular markings. And this is some transthoracic pictures. We have a high muscular VSD. Actually, there is some muscular margins all around the defect. And it seems to be an adequate aortic rim, as you can see also in the long axis and short axis pictures. There's quite a sizable VSD. And, sorry, it's not going ahead. Okay, so there's a high velocity left to right shunt with a gradient of above 100 and mild left ventricular volume overload. The valves are well functioning and we plan to close this VSD percutaneously. Thank you.
Okay,
So,
thank you. Carmelo, before showing what we did so far, I would like you to show the recorded pictures of the transesophageal echo you did, okay?
yes, we got some nice pictures on
Echo.
transesophageal echo.
Echo.
Please let's have the pictures of the echo.
We need the
Okay, so you can see here the VSD. There is a muscular margins all around it, so it can be defined as high muscular. There's some very light fibrous reaction, but not a typical aneurysm. We measured it and it's 6.5 millimeters on the left ventricular side and a bit less on the right ventricular side,
Okay.
about 5 millimeters.
Very good. Thank you, Carmelo. Tin, any comments on this defect?
I think it's the VSD is a little bit large. The diameter in the left side and the right side almost similar, about 6 mm. And but luckily the distance between the defect and the aortic valve we have about 6 to 7 mm. And and so we don't worry too much about the aortic valve when we put the device here. And I think the echo and everything is clearly. And now I think we would like to show you how about the angiography.
Yeah,
Okay.
let's have a look at the angiography. We did a left ventricular angiogram, you will see in a second. Okay.
And we do angiography with projection about 30 LAO and cranial. We can see clearly for the perimembranous VSD. And in this view, really it's not so clearly the morphology of the VSD, but we don't try to do many times because we see clearly on echo already.
Can you see the 3D echo reconstruction as well? Aiutateci, ragazzi.
Yeah. So if you can see that, this is very clearly
Aspetta
the
un attimo.
VSD.
Yeah.
And it's there's some distance with the aortic valve here. As you can better see from this picture here, you have the VSD here and the aortic valve is above it. We actually measured the separation, it's about 7 millimeters.
Okay.
And here's the unfast view of the VSD on 3D.
Very nice.
Okay.
Very nice. Okay, Tin,
Yeah.
shall we proceed?
Yeah. And now we try to cross the VSD. You see the angulation between the descending aorta.
Fluoro.
Fluoro. Can you show it, fluoro? Can you see the angulation from the ascending aorta and VSD a little bit straight? And I think I can use the guide wire to cross the VSD. I put back the guide wire, rotate it counterclockwise, and you can see the guide wire. Now I can, sorry, I lost it. Now you can see I can cross easily to the VSD. And when I cross by the guide wire tends to go to the right ventricle apex. And it's a high risk for tricuspid valve entangling. And so I push the catheter, I cross the catheter. You can see I crossing the catheter. Now catheter go to right ventricle. I pull back the guide wire, and you see the catheter going up, and the guide wire now can going up. And so we see it's the best technique to avoid the tricuspid valve entangling. Okay. And now I use MPA, and crossing the pulmonary artery. And little wire. And now my friends, they prefer to catch the guide wire in the SVC or IVC.
Yeah.
But for me, I think the best place for catching is the first place you cross.
Can you tell us what catheter that was that you crossed the VSD with?
It's a PFO.
Yeah, PFO. Yeah, it's PFO. Okay.
Try to advance the wire.
Yeah. Okay, got it.
Mario, can you tell us what catheter that was that you crossed the VSD with?
Table down.
Bill, what you want to know? The type of wire, you say? It's a Terumo J wire.
The Terumo J wire exchange Terumo guide wire.
That's not...
And you see...
probably we'd better change this catheter with...
6 French. Okay, you have exchange.
Can you tell us what catheter that was that you crossed the VSD with?
I crossed VSD with the Terumo exchange wire. With the Chaitif.
What catheter was that?
The catheter, for this technique, the catheter you just keep in the middle of the ascending aorta. We don't push the catheter in the LV. First one, I don't want to create very many VBC when crossing the VSD. Second one is the catheter maybe can injure something in the left ventricle and create a thrombus and embolize. And I don't like this, and I prefer to use the guide wire. But the problem is the angulation between the ascending aorta and the VSD. If the angulation is so sharp, I think we should use other catheter, maybe cut pigtail or the IM to crossing the VSD by catheter.
That's perfect.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's get the snare now. And flush.
And it's a problem. Main problem is angulation between the ascending aorta and the defect.
Now I'm advancing the snare in MPA, left PA.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, not yet.
No?
Not yet. Yeah. Can open it again. Okay, catch it. Okay, no, not yet.
Well,
Okay,
I pull back a bit
little
more.
bit, yeah.
I pull back a bit more and vediamo un po' di più di là, ragazzi.
Okay, catch it. Okay, got.
Okay, the snare.
Okay.
Stop fluoro. Wait a second. Okay.
Yeah.
Step on fluoro.
Okay. Remove the table. Remove the
Sì,
table.
ma infatti non
Okay,
ci
okay.
sto
Just
abituando a
on.
questa
Just
cosa.
on. No, no, not much.
No, no.
You want to see the hub. Okay.
Yeah.
Sì, perché questo
Wow,
serve,
ok,
però
ok.
in tempo reale è meglio usare quello.
Okay, got it.
Dammi un clamp.
And now, can you see
Questa cosa,
the roof? Are you happy with the roof?
metto il focus un po' meglio.
Wait a second. And the store floor.
Into table. Okay.
Looks good.
Okay. Yeah. And now you see what I do next. I will use the long switch or the delivery system.
Sì, sì.
And when I cross the defect by the delivery system, I will do ensure again. And the delivery system will be the marker to see clearly about the hole, the defect, and we decide the device later.
Yeah,
And
the
then-
question is, what kind of
7
device
change.
would you think should be used? Bill and Gianfranco, etc. What device do you use to close this DSD?
Let's ask the here people what kind of device they would use. Which are our options are, I think, PDA 801 device and muscular VSD device. Do you agree with that?
Yeah. Yeah, 7 is perfect.
Yeah.
Personally, I would go for a muscular VSD device, and the question is whether to close from the aortic side in a retrograde way or from the venous by using a venous approach. What's your intended plan, Mario?
We do ensure and we see.
All right. Well, now we will advance the sheath across the VSD, and we repeat an angiogram.
È meglio usare la penetrazione
How about the
per le-
audience
per le tecniche.
opinions about the device selection? What kind of device and what size you want to use for this patient?
We're going to ask the audience what they think. Go ahead.
Just looking at the dimensions that got by echo, there is certain ovality of this lesion. So my preferred device will be Platzer Blog 3, probably a size 12 or 10.
Is that okay?
Need to claim.
Interesting choice. So we have several different suggestions here, Mario. Amplotzer 8001, 3, or muscular VSD device. Which one do you think you'll use?
Yeah.
And this
Jane,
is-
what do you prefer?
One more.
You're the operator, your choice. I think you could use
Yeah.
either a muscular VSD or a PDA device could do this.
Or a 8001, that's right. That's our opinion as well.
And
We
now-
will place the sheath in the left ventricle, and probably we will
You see
repeat
now
it.
you see the delivery system and the catheter and the kiss together. And can you show the here?
Yeah,
It's right there.
store fluoro and
Show to my hand. No, this one.
yeah. Okay.
Camera.
Can you zoom on our
Okay.
hands here? Picture in picture. Aiutaci.
No, the angel
Devi-
in my hand.
devi-
Angel in my hand.
Sì. Invece-
Okay, you see the delivery system and the catheter now kiss together. And I use a kissing technique. You see, I use a two clamp
Yeah.
to extend the wire. And so just only one person you can cross. You can see I push the delivery system and pull back the catheter and a little bit rotate when I cross the defect. And you can see I go very easy. And I prefer to go to the descending aorta.
Yeah.
I don't want to go put the catheter, the delivery system in the ascending aorta because the tip of the the delivery system can touch some branches of aorta. I don't want to touch the
Yeah.
carotid or something. Now I remove the
Wait a second. There's a bleeding. Yeah.
I remove the dilator, but if I remove there, it's a little bit, sorry. And there are two techniques. First one, we can boost the delivery system to LV. or we just deploy the device
In
on
the
descent
aorta.
aorta?
Yeah.
Which one, Mario, you want?
Well, it doesn't matter. That's the same. What do you prefer, Tin?
Yeah.
Going
And,
back from the aorta with the sheet inside?
And
With the device inside? Or what?
if I go to the
Well, shall we
left
try
ventricle, I
to-
put back everything to middle, in the middle of the ascending aorta.
Try to...
And I put back you see, I put back the dilator a little bit inside. And now
Yeah.
I just put the catheter, you can see. Can you move the table? I
Yeah.
want to see, yeah.
Yeah,
Just,
that's okay.
just I push the,
You're inside the right catheter.
yeah, you can
and
see.
we'll go here
you
in
go
the left
the left
ventricle.
ventricle.
Okay, stop.
Now
for-
I push a little bit to the left ventricle.
Yeah.
Okay, stop
Okay.
fluoro.
Stop fluoro and replay these pictures.
Maybe we have a look at the echo.
Yeah. Have you seen the kissing technique to advance the sheet from the left side to the body of the left ventricle? That was very nicely done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so we are there.
Mario,
And,
may we have a look at the echo?
Yes,
Yeah.
let's have a look at echo. Let's show the echo.
Can you confirm the delivery system inside the left ventricle or still in the right ventricle? Echo.
Yeah, yeah.
Is there any degree of tricuspid regurg at that stage of the procedure?
No.
Let's have a look.
We have to
Yeah,
to replace again.
yeah, okay.
Yeah?
Yeah. Let me check.
Okay. Well, the sheet went back to the right side. So we will repeat this maneuver.
It happens very often when we put back the detail, the catheter back to the descending aorta, and now it's the same technique, kissing technique, and I can push.
Fluoro. We have to see fluoro.
Yeah,
Okay.
I do again.
Yeah.
And maybe have some problem with kinking between some angulation between the defect and the right ventricle and left ventricle. And I don't want to try again. Maybe I push in the left ventricle, looks very beautiful. But maybe it's the same situation when I put back the catheter. And maybe I will deploy the device inside the aorta.
So we leave the catheter delivery system in the aorta.
The pressure.
Mario?
Yes.
Can you explain your thinking behind the PDA device, how much it has to do with how close you are to the tricuspid valve?
Yeah, we always be worried about the tricuspid valve, so we have to check if there's something entangled. Carmelo, can you show us the tricuspid just to make sure
Yes, in a moment.
the functioning of the tricuspid is okay? Can you
All
see
right.
the echo? Fabio, aiutaci. Digli cosa vogliamo vedere. Okay, can you see the echo now, Bill?
Yes, we can.
So I'm checking the tricuspid valve now. Let's just put some color in it.
Normally with
There is a bit of regurgitation
Yeah.
due to tension from the system,
Well,
okay.
of course, but
but this is just a bit of regurgitation.
Yeah.
You're not worried about that, yeah.
Normally with the delivery system crossing and some angulation between the
Okay.
tricuspid valve and defect, you see the tricuspid valve regurgitation like this. But
Fluoro?
no worry.
Let's go back to fluoro, please.
And now I use a big tail to do angel again. Can you put back the wire? Put back. Put the wire. Get out. I want to do angel to confirm how about the hole and the everything. Can you push the wire?
Yeah.
I want to go to
Vediamo un po'
MV.
più il cuore, per favore. Quindi lo
Yeah.
apriranno dal ventricolo destro e porteranno indietro.
Okay, so-
Sì, vogliono andare
Okay.
sulla destra.
It's nice to repeat the angiogram, LV angiogram with the sheet across the defect so we can get a better idea of the
connect with the
real size of the defect, probably best delineation of the margins. Yeah, Tim?
yeah,
that
right.
right?
Yeah.
Okay. So now we will be ready to do an angiogram. Yeah, step on 4.
Manteniamoci
Ready?
che fanno
Okay.
agio.
We do a test first.
Test,
Meglio
Yeah, just to make sure in the
test.
test.
non c'è l'armonica qui.
Okay, good.
Okay, so we go, we do a proper angel now.
Ready?
Yeah,
Ah,
okay.
now you can see the defects still shunt with the 7 French delivery system. And for my estimation, the 7 French delivery system, the diameter about 2.6 or 2.5,
Right, yeah.
And still the shunt. And you see the hole maybe now with 4 to 5 mm.
The
The two
standard
hole.
shunt.
Yeah.
We can have a look at the echo as well. Let's switch to the echo pictures.
Yeah,
There
you
is
see,
substantial residual shunt
There's
in spite of the
indeed-
sheath across the defect, yes?
there's indeed a substantial shunt.
Yes, okay.
Okay,
despite the-
so Tin, what device you would like to use? A ADO1 or a muscular VSD occluder?
I prefer to use ideal one. Muscular VSD is the double disc device, and we don't need the disc in the right side. And because you see the aneurysm, it means the tragus valve involvement inside into the
Yeah,
aneurysm.
there is some tissue across
right.
around the defect.
Yeah.
So our preference would be ADO1.
One, yeah.
Number?
Maybe do you see the diameter about 5 to 6, and I prefer to use 10/8 ideal one.
Would you agree, or any other suggestion or comments or question, Bill?
I would agree with the ADO1 device because I'd be worried about the right-sided disc touch capturing part of the tricuspid valve. And why would you prefer a 10/8 over an 8/6? Just based on experience?
Would you like to see the preparation of the device or what?
No, I just want to know why you would choose. Why is he choosing a 10/8? Why is he choosing that size?
Why 10/8 instead of 8/6, for example?
Yes.
You see the diameter in the right side and the left side a little in the similar, almost similar. Even though the aneurysm, but the defect about 6 mm. If you choose a 8/6, the device a little bit small, and I think we should a little bit oversized because it's a single disc. If we use the diameter in the right side just 6, I think it's small. It's 8 is safer for us. And second thing is the distance between the defect
Absolutely.
and the aorta. We have enough space. And we
Okay.
don't worry too much about the
Yeah.
device will touch the aortic valve and
Can you
create
zoom on
new
my
onset AR.
Tin? I'd
and
like
if you want
to
to use the bigger
show
one.
the audience the device. Can you zoom
Yeah.
on my hands on the table here? That's the ADO1 Unplatzer device, yeah? We load it into water, of course. We flush it. Okay.
Can we have a poll from the audience here? How many people would use the ADO1 that he's using right now?
Yeah.
I think I see a lot of number
Okay.
of hands. How many people would use a muscular VSD device? Well, we have a small number here that would use a muscular device, including 2 people on the podium here. Gianfranco, why would you use a muscular VSD device?
If I can make a comment, by using a muscular VSD device, I would have gone in a retrograde way, from the aorta down into the apex of the right ventricle, opening the distal disc in the apex of the right ventricle, and then coming back. And I think that there is somehow more control on what's going on tricuspid valve and both on the aortic valve. But I mean, it's also ADO1 is a nice choice too.
Francisco?
Okay, Gianfranco and Bill, I think we will proceed. We will want to have fluoro and echo picture-in-picture.
Now I put, I can see, the
Wait a
device
second.
put it to the tip of the catheter. And now I've moved the whole system.
Wait a second.
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
now can you see the fluoro and echo picture-in-picture?
Yes, we can.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
Now I bring the on again you move the table on the teeth. I bring everything underneath the you see the carina. I want to keep everything in the ascending order. I don't want to put a little bit high because I will touch the carotid and subclavian or something else there. And first I will remove the big tail. And I keep the big tail here, and you see when I want to...
Yeah, I can help you out. So
yeah, when I can push the big tail, you can see big tail, and can see the aortic root here.
Right.
And it's a marker for me when I crossing the aortic valve.
Yeah.
And now I can deploy the device from the descending aorta. But you see the device a little bit large, and the left disc of the device a little bit large, and so I don't deploy full. I just deploy maybe 2/3 or half of the device, and I pull back very slowly. And you see the device drop into the LV already. And now I put the big tail.
Yeah. This is
not
in
yet,
the
sorry, not yet.
This is in the aortic root.
Yeah, in aortic root, still. And now I treat here a little bit. I don't want to damage the aortic valve here. And you see, the device move very slowly. Okay, it's underneath the left ventricle.
Move the table a bit more to the
and
front.
I deploy the full disc of the left disc. That's on. And okay, now we put the big tail and to see stop fluoro.
Perfetto.
Stop fluoro. And as you see on echo and also
You have to have the pigtail in the left ventricle.
now I will try to put the big tail to left ventricle. Maybe we do the angel because it's step by step. And I want to show you how to adjust the device in the right position. And now you see I try to push the big tail to the left ventricle. Just why it's better. Okay.
All right, remove the wire and
now
connect to the injector. All right.
Now you can see I can use the angiography to adjust the effect. Just 15. I don't want too much contrast. 20. Yeah.
Yeah, or 20. Yeah, let's put 20. 10 to 15 is okay.
And now you see the big tail inside the left ventricle, and the big tail is almost close to the septum. And you see the device a little bit far from septum. My experience, I just put back the device, but I want to show you how about on angio first.
You can see where the device is by echo as well. Let's do an angio.
Yeah, we are very close to the septum.
Ready? Okay.
Not quite attached.
Now I think the device almost close to the septum, but just a 2 or 3 millimeter put back. And so from echo and from the angio, we know how to do next. And so you can see I can do just put back. You can see echo on echo and fluoro. You see it's the right position now. And now I can deploy the remain. You can see I deploy the remains already.
Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah. And
Store fluoro.
And how about echo now?
Okay, so now we put color on.
Store fluoro. Let's
see what's going on.
We are reviewing the store fluoro, Biren, with the deployment of the device. And you see that?
Yes, it's very nice. Can you make that? Can you show us briefly the fluoro large so we can see the compression of the device? We can't see it real well. Can you make fluoro large just briefly? There you go.
Let's zoom.
Yep.
Zoom here. Zoom. A bit more. Zoom. Yeah. I do a quick acquisition so you can see that better. Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you see that?
Yes. Yeah, we see it. It looks much. It looks really good there.
Why don't you do another angel here?
Yeah.
Probably with this magnification so they can see better.
Yeah.
So ready to go with another angel? Yes. Whenever you like.
Che mi piace questa immagine da far vedere.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. You see the device now is 6 in the right position. It doesn't touch the aortic valve. We have.
No,
we see
absolutely not.
Carmelo, would you like to show the aortic valve functioning?
Yeah, let's have a look at the echo, please.
We have a question from the audience. Go ahead.
Yes.
Hello.
Yep.
Are you sure that your pigtail catheter is not stuck with the device?
Yeah, you can see I can put back the pigtail now.
We were sure actually, but well.
And you can see now the aortic valve, no regurgitation.
Absolutely no regurgitation
Yeah.
from the aortic valve, and there is only marginal residual shunt,
Yeah.
which looks intraprosthetic.
I think we are happy. Tin, I think we can release the device. Any other comments?
Yeah, there
Are
is
you
one
happy
more
with
comment.
And
from
only mild
Parrot?
tricuspid regurgitation.
You on a wire?
Because of
It's
tension.
due to the cable.
Exactly,
also,
yeah.
We have one more comment from the audience. Good.
Yeah, the couple of comments I had. One was that flow acceleration at the tricuspid valve, whether there was any issue regarding a tricuspid valve stitch. And the second comment I had was
I'm going to have a better look at the valve.
the tricuspid valve, because the IAS was also tending to bow towards the LA. So I was a little worried whether there was no significant leakage, but in one of the views there was a flow acceleration.
Okay, so zoom again.
And the second,
We do a zoom.
and the second comment
Okay,
I
we do
had
an
was-
angiogram with a magnification so we can see better. Do a little test.
I'm just checking the tricuspid valve function,
Okay.
Yeah.
and
Step
there doesn't seem to
Do a
be
test.
significant flow acceleration
Okay.
through it at the moment.
And the second observation I had was I was not very happy with the waist on the device. So I don't know the stability of this device. I would leave it to Mario and Tin to comment.
Well, apparently the device looked very stable to us. Tin,
Yeah.
what do you think?
Yeah, I think the device, it looks stable now. And you see the 10.8, the device not oversized. If we use a 6.8, maybe I think the small, it will be small.
Shall we release the device, Tin?
Yeah, I think it's a, are
Keep
you
it
happy
this.
for release the device now?
Yeah.
Tin-
Do it
Tin
on
and
Cine
Mario?
so we can see better.
Yeah.
Hi,
Okay?
good morning, Tin
Yeah.
and Mario. It's Warakan.
Yeah.
What wonderful demonstration. Thank you very much indeed. Just for the education, I think if you can measure the waist of that device, so we can at least appreciate that we're not oversizing. And the second thing, as my routine, just to share you guys, if I'm not sure about the residual shunt, I always check by listening. If the murmur is less than grade 2, I'm very happy to release, definitely. But if the murmur is still there, you need to be very careful whether or not it's stable or any hemolysis will occur later on. A measurement by the fluoroscopy probably is better. Thanks.
Okay, can you measure the diameter of the waist of the device?
Well, I've done it on echo. The measurement of the waist, it's about 7 millimeters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
And can you measure pressure gradient through this residual shunt? How much?
okay, in a moment.
My experience also the same Warakan, but
Was,
I measure
The residual
pressure.
shunt is really marginal, and it's between the two discs, and I think it's just due also to tension on the system. So
Yeah,
if we
cable.
release the device,
The
we should
cable
better.
that will adjust and stuff. So I think we are ready to
Yeah.
release. Do it on Cine,
Okay.
Tin,
Release, yeah,
please.
release, yeah.
Stefan,
Yeah,
oh,
absolutely.
in the middle, yeah.
Yeah.
Or Cine,
Yeah,
acquisition, yeah, so
Okay.
they can see better.
Okay. Okay, good. now.
Okay, device is released and stay there.
And how about the residual shunt on echo now?
Okay.
And we'll do the
First of all, you can see
angiography
that's a
device.
better
Yeah.
profile of the device
Rubinetto,
on the septum, and
rubinetto, no?
as you can see, there's
Still residual shunt.
yeah, but
Very
there's
tiny.
something between the two discs.
Very tiny.
But it's tiny, and
Why don't we repeat an angiogram here?
Yeah. We ready?
at the moment we are having some arrhythmias, but
Yeah, no, let's go back to angiogram, to fluoro, just fluoro. Just fluoro, we will repeat an angiogram after device release. Okay.
Ready? Okay, it's very mild.
Yeah, I think it's almost completely closed.
A
I
little
think
more.
I'm very happy with that.
Why?
How do you take the pigtail out now safely?
Yeah,
That's
that's absolutely. We don't want to grab the device outside the hole.
Yeah.
And Yeah.
Perfect.
So I think we are very happy. Thank you very much for your attention. Tini, yeah, we happy with that?
Yeah, thank
Yeah.
you. Thank you.
Okay, so if you agree, I think we are very happy with that, and I'd like to
Congratulations,
thank
wonderful
Tim
case.
and all our team here.
Thank you very
Okay,
much.
so
Bye.
thank you very much. See you later. Okay.
Okay.